Hey there, this is Daniel Johnson Jr. coming to you for National Podcast Post Month, being done over at GetThatJobOnline.com. You can find these over at, of course, at that website. And today is Sunday, November 22nd, 2009. I'm posting these all month long for National Podcast Post Month, and just basically practicing how I would answer job hunting questions, that may come up in a job interview. And trying to do these some things somewhat more general so that they can apply for most of us, but some of these are going to apply more specific to me and if you're practicing answering how that would do, how that may apply to you. Last week I did a bunch of behavioral interview questions. This week I'm going to just kind of mix some things up. I found a interesting blog post related to social media, and these are some of the jobs that I'm going to be applying for. Amber Rassland, also known as Amber Cadabra on Twitter, she had posted on her own blog some really good job descriptions, verbiage in there, and so I've phrased some of these questions that may be related to and how those might be phrases, some of the wording from the job descriptions and how that may translate into a job description. So with that in mind, the question for today is, tell me about your willingness to experiment and innovate. So a lot of really what I've done in my social media expertise has involved innovation and experimentation. I've was an early adopter of Twitter back in 2006, and I've seen it grow and change through its time. I've learned how the different ways that you can use Twitter, both they're at the website and the different applications, and then also some ways that you can experiment with some of the RSS feeds to use some monitoring and identifying conversations that are happening, not only to monitor my own personal brand, but also the other brand properties that I have. Some of the other things that I've used to experiment as I initially started off with a blogger hosted blog, and then I've moved that over to WordPress.org on my self-hosted blog, and I've added a bunch of different plugins, and I'm just really learning how those work and how those are being able to be used, just to learn how some of those can be used in my own social media efforts and my efforts to just really get the message out about what I'm doing. The blog that you're reading right now, if you're watching this over at the website, it uses a bunch of different plugin functionality, and some of it hopefully is being effective in being able to communicate what it is, the message that I'm trying to get out. Those are some of the ways that and I think also my involvement with the New Media Cincinnati social media group, a lot of the different meeting types of formats that I facilitated, I think that's also indicative of some of the ways that I've been able to experiment and innovate. So there you go, that's how I'd answer that question, and I see that my time I'm doing pretty good at the time, so that's all for now. Again, thank you so much for getting in touch with me. You can get in touch over at Daniel@GetThatJobOnline.com, or you can hit me up at the contact page over there at the website. We'll be doing this throughout the rest of the month, and I guess for now, this is Daniel Johnson Jr. saying, make it a great day. This is the timer I'm going to be using to record these updates. I got to stay on track. These people that are sitting around here, they don't want me talking too much, if you know what I mean. I always love when people show up at the end of the pictures right there. This guy right over here.